Now, as we wrap up this very special look at Poland, our 12-day journey took us to so many sites. We traveled to some historic places and witnessed the progress that this country has made since its break from communist rule in 1989. Warsaw in central Poland is a city that was largely destroyed in wars, but it's just beautiful now with quaint restaurants and parks and shops. But we noticed that the Poles also remember the past. Further south is Krakow, the Polish capital of culture. It is magnificent with Wawel Castle, with the Golden Dome, and the Vistula River. It's the longest and largest river in Poland. It was so fascinating to stand in the square and watch the tourists. Progress has definitely made its way here. One of the most unforgettable sights was our visit to Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camps. You really can't put into words the feeling that you have when you see the sign in German, which translated into English means "work will set you free." Millions of people lost their lives in these death camps. We stood in the rooms where they spent their last days and hours. It's eerily calm here now. The silence of the fields, the empty train tracks, and one image that I will never forget. All of the suitcases with the hundreds of names of those who brought them here. These people never got to go home. Moving from this somber place to Wieliczka and its famous salt mine, we traveled the length of 7 football fields below ground level to see some amazing sculptures, all carved from salt by workers who worked this mine. We even had mass in an underground chapel. And it's true, if you lick the walls, which I didn't, they taste like salt. One of my personal highlights was traveling with my Uncle Tom Zumney. He's my mother's brother. He lives in Colorado, and it was so great to have him on the pilgrimage. One day, we took a side trip to Dybica to visit our relatives on my grandmother's side. We visited with Uncle Leszek and his daughter, who is my cousin Ella, and her son Pavel and her husband Bartosz. The last time I saw them was in 1990. It was so great to be able to connect our family roots. We looked at pictures and we talked about our lives. And from the city to the mountains, we ended our trip in Zakopane. We walked through this little mountain village and did a little shopping and tried the famous smoked cheese. People come to Zakopane in the foothills of the Tatra Mountains to vacation. It's a wonderful respite in the summertime from the heat and humidity of the cities. And in the wintertime, it's a beautiful place to ski. Father Gary tells me that the seminarians who come to the Diocese of Springfield from Poland choose the diocese because it reminds them of home. And there you have it, Poland in the footsteps of St. John Paul II. I hope you enjoyed these stories as much as I did producing them. It was definitely a trip that I will never forget. Thanks so much to Father Gary Daly for his day-to-day spiritual direction, and of course, Bill Pecosha for the awesome video and editing.